Good day, everyone, and welcome to our session on observational learning. Today, we'll dive into the fascinating process of how we learn by watching others, explore the underlying mechanisms that make this possible, look at some real world examples, and discuss the significant impacts this type of learning has on our lives. I'm excited to take you through this journey of understanding and application, so let's get started. Observational learning, sometimes called social learning or modeling, is all about picking up new skills, attitudes, or behaviors by watching others and copying what they do. What's really interesting is that this type of learning doesn't require us to have direct experience ourselves. Instead, it blends ideas from both behaviorist theories, which focus on observable actions, and cognitive theories, which emphasize the mental processes behind learning. This integration shows that learning isn't just about what we see on the outside, but also what's happening inside our minds. A classic example that illustrates this is Bandura's Bobo doll experiment, where children who watched adults behave aggressively toward a doll were more likely to act aggressively themselves. This experiment really highlights how powerful observational learning can be in shaping behavior. Observational learning happens all around us, and we see it in many everyday situations. For example, a child might learn to tie their shoes simply by watching a parent do it first. This kind of learning through observation helps build important skills without direct instruction. Another common example is teenagers picking up slang or mannerisms from their friends. It's a way they connect and adapt to their social environment by mimicking those around them. Even animals use observational learning. Dogs, for instance, often learn new tricks by watching other dogs perform them. This shows how powerful observation can be across different species. In the workplace, employees often improve their skills by watching more experienced colleagues, especially when it comes to customer service techniques. This kind of imitation helps maintain high standards and promotes shared best practices. Lastly, watching tutorials like cooking videos is a great way people learn new recipes without having to experiment blindly. Observing each step carefully means they can replicate the process more successfully from the start. These examples highlight how observational learning is a fundamental way we acquire new behaviors and skills. When we talk about observational learning, there are 5 key steps that help explain how it works. First is attention. This means we need to focus on the behavior we're trying to learn. If we're not paying attention, the process can't even begin. Next is retention, where we store what we've observed in our memory so we can recall it later. Then comes reproduction, which involves physically replicating the behavior we saw. But just because we can't do it doesn't mean we will. That's where motivation comes in. We need a reason or incentive to actually imitate the behavior. Finally, modeling is a demonstration of the behavior by someone else, which acts as a guide for us to learn from. It's important to remember that this process isn't just simple copying. It requires active mental involvement and cognitive effort at each step. Observational learning has a wide range of applications across different areas of life. In education, it plays a crucial role in teaching social skills and helping students develop problem solving abilities by watching and imitating others. In therapy, techniques like role playing use observational learning to help individuals confront phobias and reduce anxiety in a safe environment. Parenting is another key area where observational learning is vital, as children often mimic the behavior modeled by their parents. In the workplace, employees benefit from watching expert demonstrations, which makes training more effective and practical. Finally, media such as television and social platforms influence our understanding of behaviors and social norms, shaping how we interact with the world around us. Each of these examples shows just how powerful learning by observation can be. Observational learning offers several important benefits. It allows us to learn new skills and behaviors efficiently without needing to go through direct experience ourselves. This is especially helpful when acquiring complex social behaviors that are often best understood by watching others. Additionally, observing positive role models can encourage us to adopt healthier or more constructive behaviors. Observational learning also plays a key role in passing cultural knowledge from one generation to the next, keeping traditions and social norms alive. However, there are some limitations to keep in mind. Sometimes, people might pick up negative or harmful behaviors by watching others. For observational learning to work, the learner needs to be attentive and motivated. Without these, the learning process is less effective. Moreover, simply observing doesn't always mean behavior will be accurately or consistently reproduced. Lastly, the success of observational learning can vary greatly depending on individual traits and the specific context in which the learning takes place. So, while it's a powerful tool, it's not without its challenges. To sum up, observational learning is all about watching others and then imitating what we see. This process relies on several mental steps: paying attention, remembering what was observed, being able to reproduce the behavior, and having the motivation to do so. Its importance can't be overstated, as it plays a vital role in areas like education, therapy, parenting, and workplace training. One key takeaway is that much of what we learn doesn't require direct personal experience. Instead, role models have a powerful impact on shaping our behavior and actions.